Oh, he was only kidding, Lori. The place is immaculate.
Just don't look under the couch. I have to carry out a Martin tradition.
Another Martin tradition.
Yes. The father always carries the newborn child into the home.
Oh, brother. Okay, here you go, Scott.
Hey, buddy.
Okay, so carry him in already.
Hey, this has to be done right.
I can hardly wait.
Humor him?
But that's all I've been doing.
I heard that.
Okay.
Scott. This is your home.
This is such an emotional high point that I can hardly contain myself.
It ranks right up there with the baby's first car ride.
And I think his first wet diaper.
Well, are you two suggesting I'm overdoing it?
Oh, no. I am way past the suggesting stage. Mom, I always thought it was going to be me that got all gooey and sentimental.
Yeah.
Don't listen to her, Scott. Oh, yeah. I know how much all this means to you.
Ben, don't get him started. Oh,
Oops, too late. Here you go, Mom.
no. Thanks.
Oh.
Scotty, you're a good one. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, it's okay. Mwah.
Right on time.
Precious.
Oh, I bet that's the camera crew to record the first time Scott goes into his bassinet.
Close. Mrs. Anderson, hello.
Dr. Martin. Hello.
Please, come on in.
Thank you.
Alma!
Terry.
Oh, it's so good to
It's
see
good
you.
to see you.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm on top of the world now that I'm a grandmother.
That's great.
So, why doesn't someone tell me what's going on?
Lori, this is Alma Sanderson.
Simply the best pediatric nurse Kingsley General's ever had. Say, I didn't know Ben hired you.
I didn't know Ben hired anyone. What's going on?
Well, Alma's here to help out for the next week or so. Just until you get back on your feet.
She is?
Yeah, you've been through a lot, and you deserve to be pampered. In fact, we can start right now. Alma, come here. I'd like to introduce you to your charge.
Isn't he the sweetest thing? May I hold him?
Sure.
Oh, he's dear. I think he looks like you, Mrs. Martin.
Come on, Alma, I'll show you the nursery. I think it's time for a change anyway, maybe overdue.
It's time for us to get to work.
So how are you enjoying your retirement?
I love it. I love it. Every now and then I take a job like this and I trouble.
Surprise.
That's for sure.
Okay, why are you upset?
I'm not upset.
Oh, yeah, I can tell. All right, then. What are you?
Worried.
About?
The expense.
Well, then stop. The expense is very small. And medically, it's a necessity. Honey, you've been through a lot. You need another week or so of rest. In fact, Marge was thinking about keeping you in the hospital, but I suggested this instead.
Is there something you're not telling me?
Yeah. I love you. Come here. Hey. Everything's going to be fine.
How could you, Mother? How could you tell Dave about my pregnancy?
Excuse me for having a motherly response to my own flesh and blood, but I had to talk to someone.
I can't excuse you. It's my problem.
I gave you ample time to tell people that were affected by it.
I told you I am the only one affected by it. Why can't anybody understand that?
That is not true. That's why I thought your father could give you some sound medical advice. And judging from the way you've been acting these past few days, I felt that was something you definitely could use.
Is that what you think he gave me? Sound medical advice?
Yes.
Well, you're wrong, Mother. Think again. Sound medical advice was the last thing Dave Phillips was offering. All I got was a heavy dose of religious bigotry.
certainly your father would want you to consider having this child just as I did, but I wouldn't call it religious bigotry.
It went considerably beyond that. Did you know, for instance, that abortion is an affront to God? And that Dave personally considers it murder? I found that statement particularly ironic. Here's a man who, by his own newfound faith, admits to murdering hundreds of unborn babies, yet he refuses to accept the responsibility for his own son's death.
That isn't true in the slightest.
Excuse me if I offend your sensibilities, but I have a lot of catching up to do. I could care less if I offend Dave, and especially some figment of his imagination. Oh, I especially like the crack about God. If I didn't hate that man so much, I probably would have found the entire incident very amusing.
Well, I'm not finding any of this amusing.
Good, neither am I. Because the man you love says I'm about to commit murder. Does he know that you approve of this? And if he did, would he consider you an accomplice? Maybe I should be grateful to you instead of angry with you. I mean, after all, the way you feel and the way he feels, this never-to-be grandchild should do wonders for your relationship.
Well, as much as I don't want to, I guess I have to head down to the clinic.
Oh, come on. They can do without you.
Probably. But appearances do have to be kept up.
Ben,
I know. I know.
look, everything's going really well for us right now. Let's just hold on to that.
And forget the rest?
Look, I don't expect you to forget what's happened to your hand. But let's just try not to dwell on it, okay?
I'm sorry. I think I left my bag in the bedroom.
Amber, I really think you're misunderstanding your father's stand on all this.
Oh, come on, give me a little credit. This is classic Dave Phillips here, just like the good old days. He refuses to acknowledge something real, like Kevin's death, but because he has some leftover guilt, he attaches it to something else, like the murder of the unborn innocent. And best of all, he can drag me along with him on his little guilt trip. Or so he thinks, anyway. I'm not playing along.
He absolutely refused to give you any medical referrals.
Well, do I detect a glimmer of belief?
Merely an acknowledgement of what you said. I strongly disagree with what you claim his motives are in this case. He may have expressed some religious beliefs on the subject, but I'm sure you misread them. Anyone who believed as passionately in abortion as Dave did couldn't refuse to help someone in your situation. You're the very kind of woman we set out to help.
So you don't believe me? Well, I think maybe you should investigate the matter yourself.
I intend to.
Good. Care to put your money where your mouth is? Since I'm the kind of woman you set out to help, and since obviously Dave has fallen down in his fatherly duties, how about recommending a doctor who can take care of my little problem as quickly as possible?
Bye, Mrs. Denny. You know, Dr. Phillips, I consider myself a strong-willed person, but I tell you, and if you repeat any of this, now, if there's anybody in this world who comes in a close second, it's Nancy Lawson.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm not kidding you. I don't know what I'm going to do with her. Anything I say or do just doesn't seem to get through to her. She's never out of bed more than 2 hours a day. The little that she does eat, I have to force her to do it. She won't take a bath unless I make her. Everything seems to be a struggle. Not a struggle with a nasty temper. You know, I could deal with that. But it just seems to be something deep down inside.
Well, I know it's easier said than done, Ione, but keep at her. Keep forcing her to do things for herself. And I'll stop over and see her a little later. You know, this isn't something you should be handling alone.
Oh. We're ready for you, Dr. Phillips.
Oh, I'll be right there. Look, I'm sorry that I haven't been as responsive to this problem.
Oh, don't be silly. With Nancy, you never know whether it's real or it's just an act. It's only because I, have had a chance to observe her so well that I feel this way.
Well, I'll go over on my lunch break. Okay?
Oh, yes.
Oh, Russ, could you do an errand for me today?
Oh, that's what I'm here for.
Would you run over to the Kingsley General and get these papers from Dr. Greeley? I talked to the secretary and they're all ready.
Sure thing, you get it.
Good, thank you.
You bet. I finally got Mrs. Parks convinced that she can't be treated until she signs the agreement.
Oh, you did? Well, bless you.
You know, I hope Dr. Phillips doesn't mind working on patients tied to their chairs.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Pete, how you doing, bud?
Peter, how
All
are
right.
you?
Hey, is Ben in today?
Oh, no, he took the morning off to go get the baby and Laurie.
Oh, no. Oh, shoot, I forgot that. I'm on the welcoming committee. There goes my status in the family. You know, it's amazing how a baby will make grown adults act.
Well, you just wait. Your day will come.
Never, never.
Famous last words.
Did I leave my stethoscope out here?
Oh, did you?
Thank you. Hi, Peter.
Hi.
Oh, by the way, what's the story on that woman in number 2?
Signed, sealed, and delivered, sir.
Good, thanks.
You bet.
Dr. Phillips,
Yeah,
I know you're busy. Can I ask you a quick question?
sure.
About what we talked about yesterday, about Vicki Lang?
Oh, finding a job sponsor. I'm sorry, Peter, I forgot.
Oh, well, that's all right.
Well, no,
Yeah,
no,
I
it isn't.
understand.
No, it isn't. Look, I'll get right on it. I promise. Okay?
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Dr. Phillips, it's Kate. Can you speak to her?
Yes, in fact, I'll take care of it right now.
Good.
Would you tell Lucille I'll be there in a minute?
Oh, sure.
Hello, Kate? We were just talking about you.
Yes, I was just talking about you, too. Dave, I'd like to see you as soon as possible.
You sound upset about something.
Yes, I suppose so. It's been a very disturbing morning.
Amber?
Yes.
Well, is that what you want to discuss with me?
I'd rather not talk about it on the phone.
Yes, I suppose that's wise.
Would you be free to come over sometime today?
Well, sure. How about noontime?
Fine. We'll have lunch here then.
I'll see you then.
Right.
Oh, Peter, I'm sorry I did it again. But look, I promise you I'll bring it up at lunch.
Okay. Well, can I tell Vicki that? Because, see, I'm on my way to see her.
Sure, you can tell her.
Good. Will you tell Ben that I was here and that I'll call him back later?
Sure.
Oh, Dr. Phillips, could I call you back later, too?
Of course.
Okay. I appreciate everything.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You still with us?
What? Oh, yes, I was just trying to figure out what that phone call was all about.
Oh, I don't think I like the sound of that.
Me either.
He said he'd be here.
5 more minutes.
Okay.
Here he is.
Peter.
Hi. What, daydreaming?
Yeah, sort of.
What up?
The beach.
Oh, wouldn't it be kind of nice to be there today, huh?
Oh, kind of. It'd be fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, the first day you're out of here, we're going.
Oh, I can't wait. It's so much fun in the middle of December. It's quiet, too.
December? Who said anything about December? I figure, let's see, last week of August, maybe the first week of September.
What?
I got a job lead for you.
Who?
Well, you know Dave Phillips, right?
Yeah.
Okay, works with my brother-in-law. His wife, Kate Phillips, involved in all community affairs and stuff. She's probably on every board of every committee in Kingston. Well, he's going to ask her if maybe she can come up with something.
Oh, so it's nothing really definite then.
Sure it is. Hey, you don't know these people. They don't make empty promises. You're as good as out of here.
Sure.
You are. Okay, look. As soon as I leave here, I'm gonna go right out. I'm gonna buy suntan lotion, sunglasses, maybe some big goofy looking towel. All right? That's the Pete Davidson Deluxe Beach Kit. All right? Then I'm gonna give it to you with a great big fat "I told you so." The first day you get out of here, we're going to the beach. You got it?
Got it.
Come on, Nancy. You can help me a little.
I'm so tired. I just want to go back to bed.
No, I fixed you a little lunch. I want you to sit down and eat it. Just a second. I'll be right with you, Nancy. I want you to go into the kitchen. Everything's laid out for you there. I'll be right with you, okay? Oh, Dave, hello.
Hello. I thought I heard your voice.
Well, I just stopped by to check up on my sister.
Well, so did I. Ione expressed a concern a little earlier. Yeah, may I come in?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Please, come on in.
How is she?
Well, not too good. I just sent her to the kitchen. I'm hoping to get her to eat something, and
I don't think she made it.
this is what has been happening all day since I got here.
I think we've got a little bigger problem here than anyone suspected.
So the guy comes out of the house with his shotgun, right? And he starts shooting it.
Oh, Peter, I don't believe any of that.
Every word of that's true. It is. People are serious about their lawns in suburbia. Okay, maybe not every word, but at least I made you laugh.
Yeah, well, you always manage to do that somehow, don't you?
I hate to cut this party short, but you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to get back and hear what Kate Phillips has to say. Hey, the more we push, the sooner you're getting out of here.
Right.
Hey, besides, I gotta go get the Peter Davidson Beach Kit. Hey, would you rather I stay?
Oh, no, no, no. You go ahead. Look, if there's even a remote chance you can get Kate Phillips to help us out, I'd really rather you tried.
There's more than a remote chance. Obviously, you're not gonna buy this until I come through with something. I understand that. But you're gonna owe me a very big apology.
Peter, you ought to know that better than to pay any attention to me. I'll give it to you right now. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. You don't know how much I appreciate everything you're doing for me.
That's not big enough.
Yeah? Well, how's this?
I like that.
Well, there's more of that where that came from.
Oh, yeah? That's incentive enough right there.
Hurry back.
You don't have to tell me that.
Oh, I was just making sure we were on the same wavelength.
No problem. We are. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Miss Lang,
Just a few more minutes, please.
one more.
Terry. I think it's time we brought in professional help.
I know. I've come to that same conclusion. I was thinking about Dr. Feldman. He was so marvelous for Miriam. Dave, this is just all so unnecessary. Just such a waste.
Oh, don't start feeling guilty about it.
No, I'm past that. I guess all I really feel now is just anger. At Nancy, and at everybody who let her get away with so much for so long. Even at my mother, who sowed the seeds of all this. Dave, this is a 32-year-old infant. And God forgive me, but I am just not interested in teaching her how to be an adult.